What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Kicks coming at you live from the office, I guess you could say. As you guys should know by now, the C63 is gone. Car is sold. I've been on the hunt for the new car for probably a couple months now, even when I had the C63. So I think I may have found it. I have to bid on it though, which sucks. I guess it's gonna come down to what I'm willing to pay for it. I have something in mind. I just don't know if it's gonna happen. Obviously, I'm not gonna open my tab because I'll ruin the surprise, but yeah, man, exciting. Let's see what happens.
The following day.
And we hopping back into this video the next day. So we did end up actually winning the car. I just wasn't sure at first because I never bid on anything. I wasn't sure if there was maybe like a last minute bid from him and it doesn't process till later. And they emailed me like, oh, you didn't win. So I didn't want to get too excited at first, but we actually did end up winning the car just by $100 more than what he offered. So pretty crazy. The car's local. I didn't have to travel. I didn't have to ship it, do none of that stuff. So we're going to be picking it up later on. So stay tuned.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alright guys, we are 9 minutes away. Well, my guy live at the top of the mountain. He rich. Damn, my man live in a treehouse or what's good? This is actually crazy. Alright guys, just seen the car is right over here hiding in the cut. This thing is quiet as hell, I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. She is stock. We need exhaust ASAP. This thing sounds like a Tesla. I'm gonna hit the gas a little bit and you guys tell me what you think. Some of you guys might be able to tell what it is based off of that sound. So say hello to my new ISF. Let's go. Finally did it, man. I've been talking about this car for a while. A lot of you guys know that I've been wanting one. Always loved ISFs. Never actually got to drive one. Today is my first time even being behind the wheel of an ISF. I did drive an RCF. It had to been like 10 years ago, like when the RCF first came out. And I was fortunate enough to test drive the RCF. And at the time, that was like the fastest car I've ever drove, bro. I was like, damn, this shit is fast. And I've always had a soft spot for the ISF. It's like, who doesn't like them, you know what I mean? I know a lot of you guys have been expecting this car. I technically sold the C63 for the ISF. Obviously, the C63 is gonna be faster. The P31 stock is like 480 horsepower, so they're putting down about 420, 430 wheel. And that's basically what this car puts down, full bolt-on tune. So obviously, yes, the C63 is the faster car, but the ISF is definitely gonna be the faster car around the turns. Whoa, you dipshit. I just got the motherfucker, man. Damn, I got insurance already, but shit. This thing drives so smooth. Not gonna lie to you guys, I feel at home in this car, bro. When I was driving the Benz, I felt like I was trying so hard to like that car. I'm not saying it's a bad car. I just feel like those type of cars, you have to be Mercedes enthusiasts. It's not for the everyday like JDM guy or just somebody that wants a Benz. I feel like this is my car, you know what I'm saying? And I just couldn't get that feeling with the C63 and it was weird. Obviously it had its like little flaws, you know, that I didn't really like about it, that I talked about. But overall, it's a sick ass car. It's just like my Bluetooth was not compatible with that car. It wasn't working. I've always been into ISFs. I've always wanted one. I just felt like they were always a little bit overpriced. But I guess I can see why. Especially since these things are pretty limited. I think worldwide there was only like 5,000 something, and I think there's only like 2,700 of them that came to US. So there's not a lot of ISFs out there. So obviously that's gonna have a big impact on the prices. I gotta say it was very hard finding the right one. I've been checking them out for a long time, guys. They have not got any cheaper. If you want an ISF, you have to pay for an ISF. Like, there's no way around it. It's either wait, spend the more money, and get a spec that you actually want in a year, or just settle and just get any color, any mileage, and at the end of the day, you're still gonna spend like 20, 25K. But for the people that don't know anything about the ISF, they obviously first came out in 08. Last year was 2014. This one is a 2012. I know I mentioned to you guys before, I would not buy an ISF unless it was 11 plus. Big selling point for me when it comes to the ISF is the cluster. Some people, they really don't care for the cluster. They don't mind the older style, which I think it still looks cool too. You know, you still get the blue tack and everything. I just always thought this cluster was just so dope and it's never gonna be outdated. This cluster came out in 2011 and here we are in 2024, and this thing is still not outdated. I just feel like this cluster is just like a timeless piece. It's just like a watch to me, bro. Like, this cluster is so dope, man. Like, I think it's one of the sickest clusters. It's part of the reason why I wanted an 11 plus. You don't get it in the 2010. Interior is a little bit different. You have like the Alcantara and the 11 plus. Other main differences between like the older ones, suspension, that's kind of a big one when you're talking stock for stock. Like the 08 to 10, they're kind of notorious for a pretty stiff ride. Obviously, it's nothing that aftermarket coils won't change or fix. I think they revised it in 2011. If I'm not mistaken, it's slightly different in 2012. Besides that, it's nothing too crazy. I believe 2011 got the upgraded headlights where it has like the daytime running lights at the bottom and the black housing. I'm pretty sure that was 2011. 2010 got the LSD. So we obviously, we do have the LSD in here. Besides that, between 08 and 2012, there's not like crazy differences. It's like, it's all stuff that you could buy or add or change. Some people just don't care about all that little stuff that I mentioned. And more for me, it was like the price difference was worth the upgrades. Clean 08 with right under, like, let's say between 80 to 100K miles, still gonna sell for like 26 to 30. It's still gonna sell in that range. 2011 to 2014, depending on miles, you're talking anywhere between 30 to like 55K. Shit is insane, bro. So these cars are definitely holding their value, and if anything, they're just going up, man. So I felt like it was just the right time, man. I just wanted to buy one before they just got even more expensive. I got pretty much everything that I wanted. There's only one thing that I didn't get with this car that I wanted, and that was freaking blue. Oh, I wanted a blue one so bad, bro. Like, that is hands down my favorite color for the ISF. That blue just looks so good on this car. It was just so hard to find. I really didn't want to settle and get an earlier model just because it's blue, you know, because I'm like, at the end of the day, you could wrap a car, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be paint, but at the end of the day, you could wrap a car. So I guess you could say that's the only bummer when it came to buying the ISF 2011 plus in blue. I didn't even see one for sale. Like, that's how hard it was to find, and I searched all US, and I'm sure if there was one for sale, that thing would be super pricey. I think we did find a pretty cool color though. So the color that's on this one actually wasn't released for the ISF until 2012, called Nebula Gray Pearl. It's kind of an interesting color, kind of hard to explain. I'll have to show it to you guys in the sunlight. There is a few like minor paint flaws on the exterior, like some scrapes on the front of the bumper, stuff like that, but it's all stuff that could be fixed. This was the only 2012 that was even for sale in Cali, so that was a big plus. I was looking at 2 in Texas, so that was my plan B if I got outbid and I wasn't able to get the other one. But it all worked out, man. Even driving this car bone stock, guys, I could definitely tell you that I like it more than the C63. The seat position, the way that I feel in the car, the steering feel, just everything in general as far as driving the car, definitely just more of my personality. Now that I had the E90, the C63, and this, you know, I can somewhat kind of compare them. Obviously, I'll, you know, mod this a little bit, drive it some more, give you guys my real input on it. But as far as how this thing drives stock, like, it's great. These cars are highly reliable. They don't really have any issues. One of the main issues that they do have is the valley plate. Over time, it starts to leak. They just didn't seal them properly, right like above the cylinder head. So you get like a nasty coolant leak. So this thing currently has 110,000, which obviously isn't a lot for an ISF. A lot of these cars are running 200,000, no problems at all. So it's not a lot of miles for this car, but that is around the miles where the valley plate kind of becomes an issue. It hasn't been addressed yet. I talked to the last owner, and it hasn't been fixed, but he said there's no signs of it leaking, hasn't had any issues with it. So I guess just fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure that's a $2,000 or $3,000 job if I do need to fix it. So hopefully we don't get any signs of any coolant leaks anytime soon, but I'll definitely get it checked out and make sure it's good. I think all year ISFs have the valley plate issue. Doesn't really make sense. You would think that the later models, they would have kind of figured that out and maybe revised it. But I think the 2012, 2014, 08, they all have valley plate issues at some point. This thing is bone stock. Like, you guys hear it is beyond quiet, man. This thing needs some sound bad. The guy that I got it from, older gentleman, definitely not a young dude. Just based off how the car seems, I'm gonna say this thing's probably been stock its whole life. Obviously, you guys see we're fishbowling right now. This car has no tint on the front window, so we gotta change that ASAP. Has tint on the rear, but just no tint on the front. Make a quick little turn so you can hear the car, you know? Make some noises real quick. Don't grill me, guys, it's stock, but we got a little bit of induction noise. And one thing I love about these cars is the red line, bro. It's so sick. Like, once these things have like full exhaust, a tune, bro, the red line sounds so crazy. But even the induction noise stock sounds pretty good, look. Like, obviously it's not as brutal as like the C63, but I don't know, it's just that induction noise, bro. Not bad, man. Oh, I can't wait till this thing makes some noise, bro. Day 3 with the F. And I'm ready to sell it. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't really film much yesterday because I wasn't really out with the car. I just had my boy come through, give it a nice little detail, quick wash, and I had someone else come through and restore the headlights. They weren't that bad, but it definitely needed it, and they look way better. So right now I'm gonna head up to one of the infamous OG spots and give you guys a quick walk around on the car. Since you guys didn't see it yesterday, it was dark, so yeah, we're gonna head over there real quick and show you what this thing's looking like. All right, guys, you ready? There it is. 2012 ISF. You know I got it from someone older when the front windows ain't tinted. Exterior, you know, it has wear for its year, but there's nothing that like can't be fixed. Like, it would be real easy to kind of perfect how this car looks exterior wise. And you already know how I do, man. I fix all my cars up. I make them look very presentable. Even though I do drive them, you know, I try to keep them as clean as possible. But here she is, man. Super clean. The color actually looks really nice, especially on this overcast day. So we can start with the flaws and everything I'm gonna change and fix, which there's not a lot. Check out the headlights. It looks so much better. And I know they do have like the VLAN aftermarket headlights, which look pretty sick. But not gonna lie to you guys, I don't mind the OEM ones. The OEM ones are pretty cool. I like the original look of it. I just feel like so many people have the aftermarket lights. It's kind of like, Either way, they both look good. I like the look of the OEM ones. And I also do like the aftermarket ones. They look pretty cool. If I do keep these headlights, most likely, I'll take them to my boy and we'll just black them out. And I think these will look really, really good, OEM plus. As you can see, the bumper, it's not horrible, but it definitely needs to be repainted. Stuff like this, you know, I got some scrapes in the bottom that obviously really bothers me. This is like pitted. There's a lot of rock chips. When I bought the car, it had the front license plate bracket, so obviously that's gonna mess up the paint right there, and it has those two ugly holes. Definitely gonna be repainting the front bumper. It needs it. Even on this side, it's pretty scraped up down here. Yeah, so definitely got to get rid of this because this is gonna drive me crazy. So I might even just put the front plate bracket back on just because that shit looks stupid. Yeah, it had all these weird spots. You can even probably still see some of them. It's not like water spots, but it's like some kind of liquid that like sat on there and it just like seeped into the paint. Maybe that's just like some bird ass juice or something that fell on there. I don't know. But yeah, honestly, besides the front bumper, there's not too many flaws on it. We do have this dent right here. I'm not sure if the video is gonna pick it up. Let me see. Yeah, you can probably see it right there. Not sure what that was from, but I actually got my guy coming today and he said that should be no problem. We'll knock that one out. So get a good look at that. Gonna have my guy come bless it. I just want to show you guys all the minor flaws, stuff that bothers me that I'm obviously going to be fixing eventually. Rear bumper, got some paint chip here, so it's like, damn, the rear bumper needs to be painted too. That's gonna bother me. I could do some touch up for now and it's fine, but we also have some scrapes down here. Right there. More like scratches, scrapes, same shit. Those aren't too noticeable though. Like, they're really not that noticeable. The front bumper bothers me a little bit more than those. That kind of, I can't really see it. Besides that though, guys, the exterior is actually pretty solid. That's like I said, really minor stuff. The wheels are kind of they're not the worst. Definitely all got curb rash, and then you know when that brake dust like sits on wheels so long, it like deteriorates the damn finish on the wheel. We kind of got that going on with these, so probably give these to my boy to fix all the curb rash and repaint these. Pretty sure these are the OEM BBSs, so probably hold on to them. I'm sure they're worth a little bit of money, and they don't look that bad. These wheels lowered on spacers would actually look pretty nice. Yeah, this wheel definitely got curved up. He needs some milk. Rotors are shot, pads are done. It's obviously first on the list is tint. This no tint in the front is just bothering the shit out of me, so definitely going to be doing a tint on the front windows. 100% going to do a chrome delete. I've never really been a big fan of chrome around the windows. Like, it looks cool when you have like chrome wheels and shit, a little more luxury, but it's not really my thing. So definitely going to do a chrome delete on that trim. I already know what tail lights I want. Nothing wrong with these ones, but they just look kind of outdated, so we're gonna throw some new tails on this thing. I get like IS350 vibes, so definitely gonna upgrade the tails. This color was actually new for 2012, so only the 12 through 14 ISFs have this color. This color's pretty trippy to explain. It's kind of like a gray with like a slight tint of purple, but at the same time, I don't know, this color kind of plays tricks with your eyes. Right now in this overcast, it kind of has this like lavender gray look to it. If I do hold on to this car long enough, I definitely want to do stealth PPF on it. Stealth PPF on this color looks so freaking sick. I don't really have plans to wrap it. It would be nice to like wrap it blue, but honestly, since this color is only on 2012 through 2014, I figured I might as well just keep this color, just do a paint correction on it, make it really clean, and just rock it. I don't mind it. It's pretty cool, honestly. It's a lot different than the charcoal gray on the previous ISF that you normally would see. So I don't really have a problem with it. I think it's a pretty dope color, and you don't really see it too often. Painted bumpers, full paint correction on this thing, slammed on wheels, aero. You guys already know how I'm gonna do, man. This car is gonna look freaking crazy. 100%, I'm definitely keeping this longer than the C63. Obviously, guys, I've been wanting one of these. I just didn't really want to pay for one because I didn't want it that bad. But over the years, they just kind of kept getting more expensive and more expensive. So I'm like, bruh, I'm never going to get the right one that I want for cheap. So you just got to pull the trigger, man. Just pay extra and just really get what you want when it comes to these cars. But there it is, man. ISF looking good. Bone stock. But, you know, give me a couple months. This thing's going to look totally different. Whew. Finally did it. I guess we F kicks now. We've always been F kicks, but now we really F kicks. So, yo, my boy got like a little hardtop mook on that thing. Little head ass. What is that, brother? Ooh. Exhaust for sure, obviously, headers, tune, like all that good stuff later. So yeah, guys, be on the lookout for the next videos. I'm gonna have a ton of content coming with this car because we need to make that money back. Hope you guys aren't hating me for selling the C63 for the F. It's not that I had anything against the car, it's just it's not for me, it's not my personality. I feel like I fit in this car way better and we'll enjoy this thing a lot more. Ah, that induction noise. Even stock, bro, you can hear it. Sounds like it has an intake already. Alright guys, I'm gonna catch you in the next video. I'm out.